What's up, fight fans? These new UFC rankings have dropped, and we're going to break them down. Some are decent, and some are not. I got the old rankings up, and we'll compare them. As we can see here, there's some very good changes I like, and there's some ones I don't like as much. So, if we're going to just start by going through it, champion, obviously the same. Joshua Van has stayed the same. Number 2, Tetsuro Taira stayed 3. Royval stays at 4. Kavanaugh is moved up to 5. He is switched with Horiguchi, uh, which makes sense, to be honest. Like, if we, assuming this is after the, because Kyoji lost, unfortunately, this weekend, it does make sense to an extent. Also, Loner's fighting soon. They usually bump him up. But, like, this isn't bad at all. In terms of, like, high-tier wins, Horiguchi's best win in his UFC run that he has right now is Amir Albazi. Loners is Brandon Moreno, who obviously schooled Albazi, so it's a bit of a better win. But Amir Albazi is still, he's moved down to 8 instead of being 7, but like he shouldn't be here. He has his robbery win over Kai Kara France, which is the only reason he's even in the top 10. Asu Amabayev at 7. It's like okay, but I still think Asu's like way more highly ranked than he should be. He's really only beat Perez and Ochoa, who's a good win. Obviously, like I do think Jose Ochoa is quite good, but I don't think he's that good. If I'm gonna be honest, like he's not ranked. He's a decent win, but I don't know if he should be 7. Maybe put him a bit lower. And then we have Brandon Moreno at 10. He should be, honestly, 7. He is, like, washed, and I do think there's a lot of people below him who would beat him. And I've always thought Moreno's a bit overrated, but he still should be, like, 7. He's a good fighter. Maybe you put him above Asu. He should not be below Amir Albazi. So, it is what it is. But Kevin Borjas at 10. What are we doing? So, Steve Urseg moves to 13. He's number 10 in the current UFC rankings. Like, what are we doing? Is this just off his win over Andre Lima? Did they have Lima at 10? Like, what are we actually doing here, man? Sermunji again. Or Suanmarji. Like, 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 what are we actually doing, right? We have a no contest with Perez, and he's above him. Even though Perez beat Charles Johnson, who, by the way, Charles Johnson should be number 10. He should be where Borjas is. Maybe you put Perez 10 and put him below. But Charles Johnson has wins over Loner Kavanaugh. He has wins over Joshua Van. He's a very good fighter. And he's at number 15. Like, what are we doing? Maybe you could put Perez one spot above him, which how he is, but like then we have Urseg at 13 and Sudmarji, Mitch Raposo and Borjas over him. Oh my goodness, yeah. So like it's good until we get to this little 10, 11, 12. Honestly, if you switch these around, it's not too bad. Like if you put Borjas or you put Sudmarji 15, 14, 13, I don't think it's that bad, but there's just no reason those 3 should be above these 3. Maybe I'll get the Meta Apex criteria. I'll show that. Meta. So, a fighter who will always move ahead of the opponent they beat, but how far they move is based off the broader analysis of the division. I.e., if 8 beats 7, but the system determines 5, 6, and 7 are all neck and neck, that dominant win could get them moved all the way up to 5. Finishes apply small bonuses to fighter rankings, but decision, no matter how dominant, will not factor. So a 50-43 decision and a closely contested split decision are weighed equally. Fight metrics such as significant strikes, takedowns, landed, and takedown defense are not considered. Activity gives a bonus, so fighters who compete more often will see their scores boosted. Inactivity decay, I like this, negatively impacts a fighter. After 18 months without competition, the system is indiscriminate. Injuries, pregnancy, division jumping, contract dispute are all treated the same as inactivity. Legacy decay, penalizes the system value, making them obsolete after 10 years. So penalizes the value of fights that are 5 years old, making them obsolete after 10 years. So recency matters on these wins. So fighters in a new weight class will receive adjusted score based on their original division with certain modifiers applied from their competing, whatever. Yeah. So the one thing I don't like is how decisions are weighed equally. But anyway, let's get to this bantamweight division that you guys have been sitting at for a little bit here. Peter Yan stays number 1. Umar moves back over O'Malley. Just never should be above O'Malley, ever. I'm sorry if that's a hot take here, but I don't think it should be. Then we got Sean O'Malley at 3. Fine. Corey Sandhagen, 4. Mario Batista moves up to 5. I don't hate this, but then again, like, his wins are what's his name? Vinicius Oliveira, a close fight that he lost to Umar Nurmagomedov. Patchy Mix. I still think he should be below a Song Yadong, but that's okay. Song Yadong is then below that. David Martinez below that. Maybe a little high off really only having a Cheeto and a Font win, but it's not bad. Barcelos at 8. I don't mind that. McGee at 9. Don't mind that. Fareed Basharat, I think he's a little high. I think he should be below Figueiredo and Zahabi. I know they're both kind of on a losing streak. Eamon isn't. Eamon is off a 7-fight win streak, so I do think he could be a little bit higher. Jourdain at 13, Bryce at 14, Montel Jackson 15. I don't think this is bad. I do think Bryce and Jourdain should be 14, 15 maybe. But I do think Peyton Talbot should still be ranked in this 10, 11 area. I don't know what he's done to deserve to be moved down this much, but I don't hate these rankings. This one's probably one of the better ones besides most of featherweight, which I'll get to, which I actually really like a lot of these changes. So as you'll see, Yair Rodriguez, your time has come. So no more Yair in the top 15. Good. Yair should have to fight for his ranking back. They should have to give him someone like a Yusuf Zalal, a Kevin Vachejos. But the only problem with that is the only reason I wanted Yair to stay ranked is so Kevin Vachejos could get fight in the top 5. But now we kind of have to change things up a little bit. So Mosvar 1 still. Diego Lopez 2. Perfect. Lerone Murphy at 3 has always bothered me. His only win is over Aaron Pico, who is now dropped from 12 to 13 on these rankings. And Josh Emmett, who's no longer ranked. Edson Barboza, who's no longer even in the division. So I think I always thought he's ranked way too highly. He should be below Aljo, Allen, and Silva, to be honest. Gene Silva should be above Arnold Allen. I love Arnold Allen, but just it's how it should work, right? That's Gene Silva's last win. I know Arnold Allen has won and fought since over Mikos El Costa in a great performance, but they just said performances don't really matter unless it's a finish. Aljo's fine at 4. We can keep him there. We got Pat Sabatini at 7. I don't know how I feel about Pat Sabatini at 7. He gets only decisions, so I don't know why those are super valued. He is on a good run. He has good wins, but I don't know. I think 7 is a bit generous for him. He should be ranked, maybe not that high. Yusuf Zalal 8, fine. Nathaniel Wood at number 9. I've been saying Nathaniel Wood should be ranked for a while now. I don't think he should be above Kevin Vachejos just yet. I think Vachejos has a bit higher quality wins. But I'm completely fine with him being where it is, especially now that Delgado's ranked and he is in the top 15. So that is good for me. Kevin Vachejos at 10. That is one spot below where he is now. Garcia should also be, I think, above Wood. I think Garcia is very good. He was really doing very well against Diego Lopez. He did get finished, so maybe that's why they moved him lower. Mikos El Costa, still kind of in the same area he is here. He's number 13 here. I don't know why they moved him up. He said he's moving to lightweight, but he hasn't done that yet, so keep him in the rankings. Aaron Pico, 13, fine. Johanderson Brito. I don't know. Like, it feels like there's a lot of recency bias on these because Brito just won by submission a few weeks ago. So I feel like the recency bias will be crazy, and we will see a lot of fighters just outside the top 15 get a really good finish and just bump up right into, like, number 12, 13. Which I guess kind of makes sense, but I always like the idea of having to fight for your ranking against a ranked opponent. I think that's what makes the UFC special. So I've thought about maybe like making a video of like UFC should bring all rankings, like number 1 to number 70 in the division. But I think the number, like saying, oh, this is a ranked fight and giving top 15, I feel like it always adds a little bit more oomph to the fights, and it makes it a bit more special for a fighter to be ranked. Delgado, 15. I'm completely fine with that. I think he's very good. And I'm a Delgado Glazer. Oh, we move out of there. Lightweight. Very, very similar to the normal rankings, other than 1, 2, 3 major things. Ilia Topuria 1, Arman 2, Oliveira 3, Holloway 4, Saint Denis 5. All perfect. I think that's exactly how it should be. Now, Mateusz Gamrot, 6, perfect. He should be there. Moicano, 7, not that mad at that. He is, that Dariush win or loss does kind of, I do think that should hold him down a little bit. Paddy Pimblett, I think we could put Paddy at 7. Salkid over Roofy and Pimblett. Ugh. In the words of Shane Gillis, ew. Gross. All he has is a win over Beneil Dariush, who I do think is pretty underrated in terms of like just overall skill and everything. But and then here is where we kind of fall off. Dan Hooker at 11, fine. He is on a losing streak. Tom Nolan, 12. Don't think it's that bad. I think ZM was very good. Manuel Torres, number 13, not bad. He is coming off a win over Grant Dawson, who should have stayed ranked, Grant Dawson. But Rafa Garcia at number 15. I'm going to name fighters who I think should be ranked over Rafa Garcia. Bobby Green, Rafael Fiziev, Beneil Dariush. There's probably a few more here. I'm just looking at who's in the current rankings right now. But I don't think Rafa Garcia should be ranked in the top 15. I think this is probably the weirdest ranking here. But overall, I don't think this is that bad. Welterweight. Protez at 1. No. Ian is 1. Ian beat him. I know he beat JDM. He should be 2. Michael Morales should be 3. I think that's how the rankings should look, and that's how they look currently. JDM 4. Perfect. He lost to Ian Gary. Michael Morales is coming off a knockout win over Sean Brady, and he's undefeated. Perfectly fine. JDM's on 2-5 losing streak. Sean Brady, 5. Good. Should be above Bonfim. Bilal Muhammad, right below that. Perfectly fine. Leon Edwards at number 8. That's where they have him here. Not bad. Buckley over Usman. What are we doing? He 50-45 Buckley. Buckley has since then not won, but lost again, even more dominantly, to Sean Brady. Sure, Usman hasn't fought, but Buckley fought and lost. Usman is booked at middleweight in a number 1 contenders fight at middleweight. Just does not make sense to me. Mike Malott, Canadian here. Yaroslav Amosov should be here at number 11, if not number 10, where Buckley should be and Usman should be one spot above that. MVP, fine with me at number 12, is undefeated not undefeated. Only loss at this weight class is to Ian Machado Gary. Uros Medic, top 15, perfectly fine. D-Rod, don't know why he's above him, but D-Rod's fine there. And then Amosov at 15. So, not much change in these rankings. Like, no new names are in the rankings that weren't previously in them. But I think the original rankings that they have now are just a bit better. But yeah, honestly, not bad. I just think the rankings they have right now are perfect. But besides the fact that Bonfim's above Brady, if you swap that, I think that's the only swap that should have been made in this rankings. Middleweight. Also pretty similar, but we can look through it again. Hamzat, still 1. Dricus, still 2. Nasruddin Mamavov, still 3. Brendan Allen, still number 4. Caio Bahayo is 5 here. Joe Pyfer is at 7 here. So they moved Joe up to 5. I honestly think Anthony Hernandez should be 5, but he gets the knockout win versus TKO loss to Sean Strickland, but is what it is. Then we got Kyle Bahio at number 6 below that. Number 7 is Anthony Hernandez. Number 8 is Israel Adesanya. Number 9 is Gregory Rodriguez over Jared Cannonier, who beat him like last year. And Gregory Rodriguez has since got a win over a unranked fighter. CLD below that, not too terrible, I don't think. In my personal opinion, I don't think that's that bad for him to be kind of up there a bit. But Rainier de Ritter, biggest drop to 15 from 8. Robert Whitaker, 10 to unranked. Israel Adesanya is moved up one slot. Bot Nichols, number 12, makes no sense. I could see him being 15. Roman Dolidze is no longer ranked, and Ikram Aliskerov is now in the top 15. So this rankings suck and make no sense, but we're going to get to the worst ones, in my opinion, which is light heavyweight. Sorry. Dying from these stupid-ass rankings. Light heavyweight. Ulberg, still the champion. Magomed Ankalaev, number 1 contender. Which is, fine, right? Alex Pereira, Magomed, fine. Yuri, 3, perfectly fine. Blachowicz, who is 4 here, has dropped to 15, but we'll get there. Paulo Costa at 4. I actually don't mind that. I believe that was where Azmat was ranked when he was beat him. Jamal Hill above Khalil, just swap that. It's not bad. Reyes at 7, I think is fine. I think he has a lot of good wins. And I think he's good there. Volkan Uzdemir at 8, perfectly fine. Azamat Murzakanov at 9. They just swapped Uzdemir and Murzakanov. Bogdan Kuskov is number 10, which is where he is currently. Dustin Jacoby, top 15, should be. I'm happy with that. Navajo Sterling at 12. Hard disagree. Alonzo Menifield at 13, perfectly fine. Johnny Walker 14, Navajo 15. I do think Navajo Sterling should not be ranked. I think he should be unranked. Move all these people up. Jan Blachowicz could also be at number 6, I think, to be honest. And then move Khalil to 5. Or make him 5. He should be 5, and then it should be Roundtree, Hill, Reyes. Honestly, Reyes could be above Hill at this point, but bad rankings. And the heavyweight rankings, other than one thing, I think this is a major improvement. So, my problems here are Pereira at 4. That's my problem with these rankings. They just solely lie on Pereira at 4. I hate it. He should not be ranked at this division. He doesn't have a win in this division. So it is what it is. But he just shouldn't be here. Volkov 2, Sergey Pavlovich 3, same as they are currently. Pereira 4, boot him out the rankings. Josh Hokett is 4 in real life, 5 here. So Waldo Cortez is 6, 5 here. Sergey Spivak, they have at 6 in these rankings, above Blades, which I'm happy they don't have. But I don't think Kuniev should be above Blades, considering Blades has a win over him. Close fight, but still has a win over him. And then I think you should have Rizvan below that. And then Victor Petrino, Walter Wachto, Brando Pericic, Mario Pinto, Mick Parkin, and Ryan Spann. I think that's perfectly fine. I think you could throw Tybura over Spann currently still. Or Ante Delija and Tyrell Fortin could all take that number 15 spot over Ryan Spann. Mick Parkin maybe too, considering we have wins over him. But Rizvan and or Tyrell Fortune and Ante Delija, I think should be 14, 15. Maybe Pintos to 15, move those two 13, 14. But I don't think this is that bad. I'm fine with Victor Petrino being top 10. I think he's good. I think, honestly, these rankings aren't too bad. I don't know if there's WMMA rankings, but I don't care to check, if I'm going to be honest. They didn't touch the pound-for-pound rankings at all, so I just want to say that too, if anyone was wondering. But yeah, that's it. I think these rankings aren't great. They have work to be done. But anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.